Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my second channel, Schwab at the Dose. This is where you can find my reactions, my thoughts about other nerdcore tracks and music in general, as well as some behind the scenes stuff. Today we're doing a reaction to the Overwatch 2 Cypher that Conquest and Sky Limits have been working on. I did my verse for this a little while ago, and I've heard a couple of snippets from this track, but I don't really remember them. So it's going to be kind of fresh going into this. This track has been in construction for a little while. So anything that I heard a little while ago is kind of gone. I don't remember any of it. So without further ado, I guess let's watch it and give our thoughts. I'm watching the Conquest version of the video. I don't think it really makes a difference though. Ooh. There's a couple of names I don't recognize in here as well, so I'm excited to see kind of what those guys are like. It's me, at the very end. Junkrat?
I'm exploding my opponents. I'll be leaving them soaring through orbit. I'm a rodent, leave you roasted. Blast off on my jetpack, lay a mine down, take a step back. Welcome to the outback. No aim, but I kick gas.
Okay, so these are going to be quite short verses, I guess, since there's so many of them. Okay, so there was Sky Limits as Junkrat. I might struggle a little bit here. So on this version of the video, I guess Connor hasn't included the names of who it is that's rapping, which is fine. But there's a few people in here I don't know, so I'm not going to have their name to go on, which is annoying. But so yeah, Junkrat's verse to open it it's all right. Sky Limits, I think, is a pretty good musician. But to be honest, I've always preferred Sky's singing to his rapping. But there are some bars in here.
Roast the way my smoking wheels spin. Shots blowing, peel skin, make you squeal, pigs. Hooks scraping on the floor, dragging. That's some pork scratching. This ball's packing, charging forward, get the door smashing.
Okay, so I know this is Connor, and he's done that little pitch down on his vocals, which is fun. See, compared to Sky's verse, you can kind of see how Connor's style is very much more about punchlines and really clever lines. He's got a lot of like little jokes in here, which I really like. So hog roast, obviously. Peel skin, make you squeal, pigs, and then he's got that. His ad libs are fantastic as always. Hook scraping on the floor, dragging. That's a pork scratching. Pork scratchings, man, that's great. Yeah, I like this one a lot. Just like the clever wordplay and that great flow and inner rhymes. I just love Connor's stuff, man. Oh, okay. Okay, this is my issue. Who is this? I don't know who this is. I'll have to check the description. So Reaper is Archer. I didn't even recognize that. Archer, sick, yeah. That was great. I love that flow, that like quick like da 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 da, and I love the line at the end, die die die, bye bye bye. That's just funny to me. I really like that. Part C is like a Moses when I walk through. Okay. Second nature like a hobby. Yeah, there's some lines in here that I'm really enjoying. Okay. Good stuff. Archer. I'm happy with that. Oh. Who is this? I recognize that voice. It's the one I didn't recognize. Garbage Gothic. So I don't know who that is. I don't know if she is a musician or a voice actor that they've got in to do some stuff, or I have no idea who this person's background is. But yeah, I enjoy some of this shit. Where is it? Self-destructing, but I'm hardly I just like the flow that they're coming in. Drop down from the top like an RTS. Oh, this sounds like a Connor verse. This is written like a Connor verse. I don't know if he wrote this. I know Connor, I think, did write a few of the verses in here for other people. I don't know if this is one of them, or if she wrote it herself. Again, I don't know who she is, unfortunately, so I can't comment. GG when the EXO goes mobile. Just good bars.
Bit of bedrock without the sweat drop, got sick shot in the Morgan, but I got my dead die roll a skew with a flash of light. I'll leave it to ash with a dynamite. And brother gun to get you fired. I got this one, I'll let it soon. It's high noon.
Okay. That was okay. There was just a couple of points where like the first two lines open with that flow is like you be head up, but you dead up, but a bit. I was like, oh yeah, and then it just kind of slipped off, and I was like, oh whoops, okay. He almost had it, but it kind of slipped off. Who is that? Was that like Ninethy? I recognize the voice. Yeah, it was Ninethy, yeah. Yeah, that's a very recognizable voice. And the high noon line, I mean, it's been done. So, but I just feel like there was better ways to work that in. Like, obviously, he had to make the high noon punch. Obviously, that had to be in there, but I just feel like there was better ways to put that in. Okay.
It's high noon.
Barrier up, stopping you all of your damage is stuffed. The hammer has the same power as stallion does, protecting my team with a valiant thrust. This old dog has new tricks. This mission may seem stupid, but now I'll don this helm and raise up with my huge fist.
Okay, that was definitely Olaf as Reinhardt. Barrier stopping you, all of your damage is snuffed. The hammer has the same power as a stallion does. Okay. Yeah, I think that one was weird. Olaf was going in with like a character voice to do that, which is fine, but I think doing that voice like made the floor a little stale because he couldn't do anything more interesting with it. Like when Olaf did the Asahi verse, because he was just doing it in his rap voice, I think it flowed really well and sounded awesome, whereas this one less so. I mean, there's bars in here and it seems like it's pretty well written, but just because he's doing that voice, I don't think he really got the flow he was supposed to hit. Yeah, not a huge fan of that verse, sorry.
There's no way you could out with the heels that I pump, ain't no way that you'll outjump. Shot in your head and then you'll be outdone, so allow me to show the worst possible outcome. Yeah, avoid that. I throw time I feel prevent death from the map. Popping the need till that's a fact, and I'm coming on down to kill you like this trap.
Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. This one's in. There's nothing like crazy in this verse, but it's very solid. Very solid. Yeah, really good flow. The words that he's chosen, the writing makes that flow just like really sound really like da 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 da. It was very well enunciated. Who is that? Baptiste is. I don't. How the fuck am I supposed to say that? IHVW7C. How are you supposed to say that? What? Okay. Anyway, IHVW7C or whatever it was. Very good, solid verse. Like to hear that.
Yeah.
Moira toying with energy, plenty of chemistry when I'm destroying the enemy, a mystery shaping the world as I please. When I siphon your life was to heal up my team. I mean, trust my extensive expertise. I'll see that you lose drastically to me. I run through the shadows faster than you would know your guns and no match for potential humanity.
Okay, Hala. That's definitely Hala. Again, that very distinctive voice. Okay. I like that. It's just a character. Moira toying with energy, plenty of chemistry. Yeah. I like it. Mystery is a bit of a slant on chemistry. Mastery. I don't know. It's just that end rhyme, but I feel like the full thing needs to rhyme there. Anyway, yeah. Good stuff. Again, solid. Nothing super standout, but it's solid.
You would know your guns and no match for potential humanity.
Not Dalai Lama. I've been the oracle way before Java, bringing the harmony and the discord. But if you're on my team, then Hakuna Matata. Everyone knows I'm the nicest, but messing with me will be your next crisis. Said what I said and I meant it. I am the ultimate, bringing transcendence.
Oh, okay. Zenyatta, no Dalai Lama. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a multi, but that's it. It sounds good anyway. I've been the oracle way before Java. Okay. If you're on my team, Hakuna Matata. I like this. This is one of the best written for the character while having like punchlines. Like, because the other ones were solid and they covered the character's points and shit. But this is Game Boy Jones, by the way. I haven't mentioned that, but it's Game Boy Jones. It definitely is. Yeah, he's got those punches in while still like keeping it very much on character and a solid flow. So I love to hear that. Omnic Crisis, sweet. Ultimate Bring and Transcendence, yeah. I just like that. I like that a lot. Good job, Game Boy. I mean, I knew he would have the solid verse.
I am the ultimate, bringing transcendence.
I'm the cybernetic maniac, knocking haters off balance with the rocket punch attack. For the world to change, we need more conflict. I'ma start it off with the doomfish gauntlet.
Okay, Baker. Okay, Baker. Alright, you know what's rubbing me wrong about this verse is... So he's went for that he's slowed it down compared to everyone else, which is fine. But when you go slower, and you like stick to whatever it is, like 80 BPM or whatever, you slow down, you stick to that solid without any triplets or double time, you really need to come in with like the big hitting punchlines and like the strong rhymes that make someone go like, oh, okay. But rhyming cybernetic maniac with rocket punch attack, it's a bit flat, you know? Need more conflict, Doomfist Gauntlet. Okay, I feel like you could have done a lot more there. You've got... Like, am I bugging, or is there only, like... There's two rhymes. There's two rhymes in this verse. Maniac and Attack, which is an end rhyme, and Conflict and Gauntlet. Those are the only two rhymes, right? Am I, like, bugging? Or is there only two rhymes in this entire verse? You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna slow it down like that, you need to bring a little more. You need to pack some more bang for that buck. I don't know, man. Switch up. The beat switch up. Shout out Stark, the producer, for this remix.
Mercy, you heard me. The saving grace of a hurting. With wings I'm watching over you, just like the views of the birds see. A golden ray of hope devote my life to saving yours. Valkyrie, this game relieving pain. Sword and sword to those who are so.
Alright. Who this? Who dat? This is Sophia. I've said this about Sophia's verses on things before, and I'll say it again. I do not like voice-acted verses in raps and ciphers. They just don't do it for me, unfortunately. So when I reacted to the Konoha 12 cipher, I said about Sophia's voice, she has done it very well, but I don't like that kind of voice, okay? This time I'm not sure she's done it super well, if I'm honest. I guess she's going for like the Swiss accent that Mercy has, but I don't know, man. I don't feel it. That doesn't sound good to me. The verse is well written. I think, again, this is one Connor wrote, and it's got some bars, dude. Like the views that the birds see. Valkyried, this game. Valkyried. That's good. Yeah, I just, not a... Let me run it back. Because maybe I'm bugging. One second. It just, like, if you're going for Mercy's voice, like, if you're going to voice act in a verse, the minimum requirement is that the voice sounds like the character. Otherwise, just do what everyone else does and just do it in your normal voice or a rap voice. If you're going to do a character voice, then it has to be on point, you know what I mean? Like, I can see what you're going for, but I just don't think it gets there. It's not nearly what you did on Hinata. So it just doesn't hit right. I don't know. I think it's pretty weak, and it kind of lets down the really good writing that's underneath there.
Look at the blade that I handle with care. Get in my way that you're facing despair. The casualties climbing, the tragedy rising. You're actually crying, the lyrics I spare. One with the dragon I've learned to forgive, but be slashing you down in the battle I'm with. Senor, go harder on swinging katanas. You're deader than after it's your grave I did.
Oh, okay. I like this a lot. This is, I think, the best verse I've heard Afro do. Maybe. I know it's obviously short, but I like that consistent flow. And some of those rhyme schemes were good. The casualties climbing, a tragedy rising, you're actually crying. Yeah, okay. Alright, yeah, solid again, really solid. I really like some of those lines. My only issue is when you come in as someone like Genji, there's an expectation that you're going to throw certain things in. Overwatch is obviously like super famous for its voice lines and shit, you know? So you expect a few more little references maybe to his blade and the things he says in the game, you know? I was expecting a rhyme with, I was expecting a challenge, or Ryujin no Kei Okure, or something, you know? Just something that points more towards the character than just a lot of good rhymes. But these are good rhymes, so I'll give you that.
Welcome to Japanese mercenary, name is Hanzo Shimada. I'm here to bury every single competitor, quick and ready just to dump all these arrows out in a hurry. You go out, continue Kuro. Dragon, you may consume my foes. Step in the path of this warrior, brother. I promise you know how the story goes.
Wow, I am torn up on that. Whose is this one? Whose is this? Chris Craig. Alright, Chris. There's a lot of points in here where I was like, oh, okay, sweet, that's a good flow, good line, good flow, good line. But then it's like, oh, wait a minute, what's going on? The delivery at a lot of times feels very, I don't know, almost amateurish. It's like when you say like Ryuga wa ga teki o karao. I had to close my eyes to read that because the writing on the screen was really throwing me off. When you say that voice line, just the way that you put that cadence in, the way you said it was like, wait, what? That sounded really weird. And also that some of the flow was a bit weird, like the way you said, name is Hanzo Shimada, I'm here to bury, to line with the last line. It just sounded way too long. It sounded like it was way too long to rhyme with the last line. I don't know. It feels a little bit wonky. It wasn't bad, but it was a little bit wonky. Okay.
Let's ride, I'll get inside and speed it up while I keep on fighting. Energizing when I'm on the mic and switch it up because I keep it tight. And Lucio's bruising foes and knock you back when it's on the show. I'm off the wall and I'm on my feet. You'll taste defeat. Let's drop the beat.
Okay. Okay. I like that. I wasn't sure what to think there for Freest at the first like few bars. I was like, oh, he's doing this like sing rap and thing. I was like, okay. And they're like, Lucio's bruising foes. I was like, okay. Okay, let's run that back one sec. Let's run that back, because I want to hear that again.
Brother, I promise you know how the story goes.
Let's ride, I'll get inside and speed it up while I keep on fighting. Energizing when I'm on the mic and switch it up because I keep it tight. And Lucio's bruising foes. I'll knock you back when it's on the show. I'm off the wall and I'm on my feet. You'll taste defeat. Let's drop the beat.
I will be your shield. Consider Neil is just not an option. Inspire those around me. Rally up, team. We've got this. Stand behind me as I fling and swing. Pulverize their face. Cause I don't mean the spray lacy, but this girl's got her mate.
Hey. Okay. Stargirl is the person performing this, but it was written by Connor. And bars, man. Bars. I love this. I don't mean the spray when I say this girl's got a mace. Okay. I like it. I like that. Again, this is what I was talking about when I was criticizing Afro's verse. I just expect a little bit more about the character and the things they do in the game to be in there. When she says, I will be your shield. That's the opening line. I will be your shield is like her voice line. So, but you know, she's taken from Reinhardt, and it's like, it just helps it sit more in universe when you throw in little voice lines and things like that, which I like. Okay, enough about the writing though, the voice. So, I love everyone who's in this Cypher, okay, obviously. Everything I say here is from a place of love, okay? So any criticism, take it well. I think Stargirl did a really good job on the voice of this, and I just think that this verse shows what I was talking about earlier when I was criticizing Sophia's verse. Stargirl hasn't done like a voice, like a character voice so much. She has, you know, a performance voice that matches the character in a way, but this doesn't sound like what the character sounds like in the game. But that's fine, because it doesn't sound like she's trying to emulate that character too closely, okay? It's a voice that gives you the general idea of the character and captures the mood, but not an actual impression of the character, whereas Sophia's that she did earlier just sounded like a bad impression. So that's what I was talking about earlier.
Hi there, I'm calling for Overwatch. This is Winston reporting the forming a mind of the bone on the moon. Form up and ride and replace you soon. Developing intelligence as sapient sage. Better than you've ever been an alien age. Enveloping your brethren and taking the stage. Better get a hiding alpha primal and rage.
Alright, there's my verse. This is me, Shwebity. Hi there. I wanted to open up with the same shit that Connor wrote for Brigitte, where I'm like, hi there. You know, it's the Winston voice line. It's the thing he says, hi there, I'm calling for Overwatch, this is Winston reporting. It's like the thing from the intro, yeah? From the intro cinematic. My verse for Winston's a little bit weird, so I don't talk about so much what he does in the game. I talk more about his origins and, you know, him and Hammond on the moon base. I just thought it was fun to write about that. Developing intelligence as sapient sage is better than you've ever been an alien ape. I just thought that was funny, and I just really wanted to write about that. I'm not going to say too much about my verse. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's only 4 bars, basically. So, Yeah, and that marks the end of the Cypher. So, final thoughts. Alright, so this Cypher is not one of the strongest I've heard. It's okay, there's a lot of decent verses on there, but I feel like there's very few standout verses that I really remember. Ones that immediately come to mind when I think about them would be Conquest's, Freest, Zenyatta by Game Boy Jones, Halasigi as Moira, kind of, but I don't actually remember anything she said, I just remember the sound of it being quite good. I remember Afro's being quite good as well, but again, it was one of those ones where it's solid, it's good, but it doesn't stand out. This isn't the type of thing where I would listen to a bunch and, you know, remember a ton of the lyrics and rap along with it. It just feels like background noise in a lot of ways, which sucks because I know a lot of work went into this. So my final rating, I still don't know what I'm calling my rating system. Out of 100 for this track, it's looking like a 46. 46 out of 100 is my final rating for this track. It's okay. It's okay. It's right kind of down the middle, but there is a lot that could be improved, and there's a couple of weaker verses that really bring it down. With that being said, that's all for me today. So I'll catch you all next time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Peace.